Monogam-ish contains content intended for mature audiences. The views expressed here are for entertainment purposes only. Please enjoy the show.
So I went to Trax, I don't know, 2 months ago or something for drag queen night. And some girl there got me like all turned on and was like finger banging me in the bathroom.
Okay.
But I didn't come, so then I'm all horny walking back to this
better
guy's
do the job,
place.
right?
So I'm all horny, and I was like with 2 of my guy friends from the lifestyle. And so we ended up like having a threesome, and partway through it, one of them was like, we should film this for your OnlyFans. And I was like, yes.
Hi, Ishes. Welcome back to a new season of Monogam-ish.
Season 3, here we
Season
go.
3. We're just getting started. I'm really excited.
You are.
I am Justina.
And I'm Kenji. And we're Monogam-ish. Wow.
Welcome back,
Trash.
guys. I know.
On a break, and look how
on
you
a
are.
break, and I forget my own name.
Is this amateur hour? God.
Today, we have a unicorn on the show.
I know.
Who doesn't love unicorns, right?
I know. They're my favorite.
They're She's a lesbian.
I'm such a lesbian.
She is. So today we have Ella Barnett on the show.
Hello.
Thank you
Hello.
for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Hello.
Excited to be here.
And oh my God, I gotta say, it's the hottest guest that we've had. Like this outfit.
Oh.
Game over.
Right?
Right?
I know.
I know.
That's
We're,
fun.
we show up in this, and you upstage us.
Right?
Hell yeah, girl.
So
Love it.
Tried.
welcome to our humble abode.
So
It's
cute.
colorful, right?
Yes, I
You
love
like
it. I do. It's very wonderful.
This is where we bring everybody in to tell their stories.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Your own personal once upon a time.
I would just
I
want to
know.
like hang out here though.
I know, it's like a chill vibe, huh?
Yes.
Do you,
We do hang out here a lot.
right? Right? So I gotta ask you, do you shoot in something like this?
So I was originally just shooting at my house in my bedroom, but it got too complicated moving like the lights and everything because I have kids, and so like I shoot while they're at school, and so then like break it all down, hide it. So I recently had my office kind of like remodeled in the downstairs part of the house into a studio, and it has like a locking door with my thumbprint, so the kids can't like
Oh,
Love
find
it.
the key or crack the code.
Look at you.
Yes.
Gosh.
Oh, high tech.
So it's very fun.
And Miss Ella, will you please tell everybody what you do?
So I have an OnlyFans.
Woohoo!
Yes. And also now a Fansly and a Minivids and all sorts of other platforms
Oh,
thanks
nice.
to OnlyFans little drama last
Yes.
month. where-
I remember hearing about that.
Oh, God.
That was a quick oops.
It was like 5
Mhm.
scary days.
Right.
Yes. So hopefully OnlyFans is, going to continue allowing explicit content, but in the
Please.
event they don't, like,
So
Huh.
what
I'll
do you
still
do?
sell it elsewhere.
Hell yeah.
So what do you do on yours? Is it live camming or is it?
I don't really do any of the live camming. I have like a few times, but it's too hard. Like the times when I'm able to film are like daytime.
Right?
And
Everybody's at work.
Yeah, everybody's at work. And kids are at school, and so
Mhm.
then when everybody else is like online wanting to watch my content, my kids are home, and I don't do anything when they're home. So.
Oh, man.
So I mainly pre-film everything. Initially, I started with just kind of like short masturbation clips. Like I started it kind of in a panic. And so, because I had lost my nannying job during COVID.
Okay.
So I was like, I just need to make ends meet. But I'm a huge exhibitionist. And so I got like a huge thrill out of it too. So it was super fun.
Oh, my God, right?
Yes.
You can show off
So
and get paid for
Yes.
it? Oh, my God.
It was
do,
great.
Do
Love
what
it.
you love and it never feels like work.
It's so true. And so I remember I had a fuck buddy, and at one point he's like, it would be so cool if you would let me film with you. And I was like, oh, really? So then I started doing, boy-girl videos, and then
So does he get a cut of the profits?
no.
So he just does it for the experience.
Well, no, I let him have the videos, and if he wants to market them, he's welcome to. He has his own OnlyFans.
Okay.
But he
has an OnlyFans?
He started one, I think,
Really?
That's all the
assuming that it
rage.
would be easy to do. He has the exact same content I do.
Men
And
are
has
starting
made
to feel
nothing.
empowered to do,
Hey, it's
Yeah.
2021.
Yes.
Hey, I like flowers.
Yeah.
Where's my jewelry?
No, I filmed with one guy recently who has his own OnlyFans, and he was like TikTok famous first, and so he actually is successful on the platform. He also like quit his daytime job, and
Wow.
but aside from him, I'm like the people I film with are just like people that I'm already hooking up with in real life, and
And
you
they're
know.
just like, cool, like, let's just film it. And you could just,
yeah.
oh, that is
I mean, not
awesome.
always, obviously.
Yeah.
Like, I can't film everything. Or, like, if I go to Scarlet Ranch, like, obviously, I'm not filming at Scarlet Ranch.
Right.
Sadly, because that would be the best content.
right?
But,
Oh, my God.
but yeah, no, especially, like, the men, for the most part, are, like, totally cool with it. And
Yeah, why not? I mean,
Yeah.
shit, you gotta hook
it's
up with
easy
you.
to hide
Yeah.
their faces and, like,
Nice.
yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's
I love
fun. And then the girls, we have like girl meetups where we'll book an Airbnb and get like, 5 or 6 girls and just spend 4 days fucking each other and
Oh.
filming it all, making a lot of
Hell
videos
yeah.
and having fun. And
That's the way to do it.
yes,
Okay.
I know.
And so, give me just a second. Give me just a second. So, are all the other girls in OnlyFans as well?
For those, they are, yeah.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
wow. Oh, that's
Yeah.
killer.
It is. It's
Gosh.
fun.
So let's back up a little bit.
yes.
Let's go back to childhood.
Okay.
So how do you identify sexually?
So I had always identified as a teen, I just wouldn't really label it. My first sexual experiences were with women. But I also obviously knew I was like attracted to men. So I guess if I had like had to put a label on it at the time, I would have said bisexual. But I just didn't feel the need for a label. And then recently, I've kind of shifted towards like more pansexual, but it's still, I mean, I don't really consider like that part to be like a huge thing for me, that label.
Okay.
I just like whoever. I find
Yeah.
myself attracted to different people, and sometimes they have penises, sometimes they have vaginas, like,
I love it.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
Like-
Hell yeah.
I
They're
don't
just
know.
open.
Yeah.
Love
So
it.
right now you're a unicorn, but did
Mhm.
you? I'm guessing you had relationships in the past. You have
Mhm.
kids, and
Yeah, so I have been married twice. My most recent husband is the father of my kids. So I have 3 kids with him, and was also like the longest stint of monogamy that I had done.
oh, so you guys were
Really?
monogamous.
Until the end, like for the first 5.5 years, we were monogamous, and it was a struggle for me. Like, I'm just not really cut out to be monogamous. At the time, I thought that this was like a huge character defect of mine, and like
Oh, no.
this awful thing that I always wanted to sleep with other people and be with other
Yeah.
people, and I just thought that it was something that was like wrong about myself, and so I tried very hard to suppress that. And in previous relationships, I failed frequently. I cheated. I was never good at it. If I didn't cheat, I would break up with them and just immediately go on to the next one. And
Wow.
yeah, always struggled. But with my ex-husband, we had kids together, and so it was like I can't cheat. I cannot just like bail,
Right.
like I
Mhm.
have to stick it out and try. And I did, and it worked for a little while, but I just wasn't happy. And eventually, in let's see, like end of the year 2018, maybe, I think 2018, he caught me having borderline emotional affair with one of my exes, like
Ooh.
talking on the phone with an ex, and never truly crossing that boundary, like nothing sexual said, but like definitely like reminiscing about past times. And that sparked a lot of conversations with us, and me just explaining that I wasn't happy, and that I wanted to open the marriage. And initially he was very opposed to the idea, and we agreed to start counseling. And so we did that. And by the time we got into counseling, which was like early 2019, I guess he had been Googling open relationships and kind of learning more about it, and decided he was willing to try it. And our couples therapist actually is the one who told us about Scarlet Ranch.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Okay.
We were both like, it's in Highlands Ranch?
No
Like,
way.
what? Like, so we opened our relationship, and it had a blast. I mean, swinging was really fun for both of us, dating separately.
So he enjoyed it.
He told me he enjoyed it, you know. I mean, I don't know. He said it was fun. After we split up, he did continue to like stay in the lifestyle for a while. Yeah.
So he enjoyed it, but it wasn't enough to fix the marriage.
Yeah, so he had a lot of rules about how he wanted it to be done. He wanted it tit for tat. If I went out and had sex with somebody, I couldn't do it again until he had sex with somebody.
Oh.
Right. You know,
Okay.
so like that's one example. Or nobody we knew, like
Okay.
mutually.
Yeah.
No relationships. Like he was not okay with any sort of like polyamory. Like
Okay.
strictly sex with people we only know in that capacity.
Do you feel like you're polyamorous or?
Yeah, again, like with the identity, I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, I don't even want one relationship. The thought of multiple relationships seems like a lot. Like, so I don't know. I recently learned about like relationship anarchy, and I think that that makes a lot more sense to me, with a non-monogamous like component, obviously, but just that each relationship is defined like within itself. And so, you know, I don't believe in like the hierarchy thing. I don't necessarily see myself ever having like a primary person again.
Oh,
Okay.
wow, okay.
I mean, who knows? Maybe things will change, but at this point, I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
It's
Single.
a
Ready to
lot,
mingle.
right.
Hell
It's
yeah.
been really fun being single, and you know, I
Right.
can
And you
still
have
go
young
out with
kids,
people.
which
Yeah.
just takes up a lot of time. And
Oh
twins.
my God. Right.
Right.
Yeah. So it's like the
Mhm.
thought. I've dated a bit, but not really, because every time I start dating, it's just so overwhelming, like time-wise.
Oh, gosh.
Um,
Yeah, because now you have to devote yourself to one other person.
Right.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Split time.
Yes. So it's a lot and hasn't worked.
So, when you opened up your relationship, did you guys open it up like, you know, you said that he had a bunch of rules.
Mhm.
Was it like, hey, we're only doing this together? You can go and do your own thing. I can go do my own thing. How was it?
I mean, so he was okay with us like going on dates separately, but again with the tit for tat. Like as soon as I got laid, which was always the first fucking date
Well,
because I'm
duh.
a girl,
Come
right?
on now.
Right. Then I couldn't go on a date or do anything again until he did. And the rule of his that like ultimately backfired is there was a girl who we knew mutually, and he gave me like the green light to pursue it. You know, I think hoping that it would lead to a
Oh, yeah.
threesome.
Oh, yeah.
Who knows? Maybe
Mhm.
he had pure intentions. I don't know. Anyways, like she and I developed feelings for each other. We were seeing each other all the time, and so ultimately he got jealous and was like gave me an ultimatum that we either close the marriage again or divorce. And so that was a little over 2 years ago, and I was like, I
Nope.
guess we're
Workable.
done.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was, 2 years ago. And since then, like I said, I've dated a bit, had a couple sort of relationships, but none that lasted more than like a month. And, you know,
So are you looking for like more guys, more girls, a combination of both?
so since we've split up, the two people that I've gotten like the most serious with were girls. Recently I've started dating a couple more seriously, but again, they kind of function similarly to me, where they're very much like relationship anarchists and like to date individually and like build that individual relationship. And it just kind of has happened that I have meaningful relationships with both of them. So they're kind of my like favorite people at the moment. But
So it's only
stuff.
been 2 years that you found this lifestyle, and you're already like, I'm never going back, huh?
well, so 2 years, yeah, since I found like the lifestyle. But before that, like I said, so I'd always cheated.
Mhm.
And when I was 18, I had my first like open relationship. But we just didn't call it that. Like, he was okay with me like having sex with his friends, and we'd have threesomes and things like that. So I mean, it was open, but it wasn't like the lifestyle. We didn't consider ourselves swingers or anything like that. I don't even think we necessarily considered ourselves like not monogamous. Like,
Right.
we just fucked other people sometimes. I
Okay.
don't know.
Okay.
Was it just at that time? Was it just like friends and people that you knew,
Mhm.
or and then boys, girls, both of them?
Yeah, friends.
Nice.
Yeah, mostly boys with him. And so then my next relationship was my first husband,
Okay.
and he and I met. He worked with the guy I was dating before
Okay.
that. So this is like how my relationship patterns went before that. I
Got
was
it.
monogamous until something better came along, and then I'd leave, and which obviously like caused tons of harm to the people that I was in relationships with, and felt awful for myself too, to like go about life that way. And so then that husband and I, we would hire sex workers together. I was a
nice.
sex worker at the time, and he allowed me to like continue seeing clients. So
Oh,
again,
that's amazing.
kind of open, but not with any sort of like swinging non-monogamous label.
Got it.
Yeah.
Seems like I'm sorry. It seems like those relationships were like where you can express yourself and open up more and get to like
Right.
find yourself more and stuff. Like you need those
Totally.
ones.
Yeah, I think so. I felt like once I got into the lifestyle, I remember, so I joined some Facebook group, and I don't remember what it was, polyamory. It wasn't the Menage group, but it was like some
Okay.
more like informational type group, and reached out to Ren, who answered like some posts that I posted, and started talking to her. And I was like, how did you get into this? And she like basically told me my entire story right back to me. And I was like, it makes so much sense. And I just felt like I had found like kind of the answer. And maybe I wasn't broken after all. Maybe I just didn't want to like have relationships the way that society thinks I should have them.
Right?
Right.
A lot
Yeah.
of people that we have on here say the same exact thing.
Yeah.
We thought that, we were broken or something was wrong with us because, we thought that this is how it should be. And it's
Yeah.
just like, wow, there's other forms of relationships out there.
And
Right.
in a way, when we do it non-consensually, that is something wrong. You know,
Totally.
that's, and
Yeah.
that's what we're
Absolutely.
trying to change
Absolutely.
with the whole ethical non-monogamy is
Right.
that you can do this in the right way. You can
Mhm.
be honest with your partner. You can do it in a way where you're not hurting somebody else.
Yep.
If you guys are open and there's good communication and trust and honesty within the relationship.
Mhm.
Yep.
So do you tell your family and your vanilla friends about the lifestyle, or?
Initially I did not. When my ex-husband and I decided to like open things up, we didn't tell anybody, aside from like our couples therapist.
It's sort of like a stigma, huh?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
We experienced the same thing. We were like,
Yeah.
should we tell anybody? No. Like,
Right.
we can't, like,
Yeah.
For a long time.
Right. And I think slowly started to tell people. I told like one girlfriend at first, and then another one, and most people were pretty understanding until when we finally like went to our families after we had decided to divorce, and they were like, what happened, and we
Mhm.
like kind of gave them the whole thing. They my dad in particular was like, what were you guys thinking? And it was so hard to explain that like swinging and like opening the marriage was the only thing that like almost saved it, like
Right?
it wasn't enough, but like it certainly didn't like harm the relationship. Like
Right.
yeah.
Did your family come from a religious background?
Both of sets of my grandparents were religious. My parents are not really religious.
Okay.
Yeah, so they didn't have like a huge moral qualm with it necessarily. I think at this point obviously my family knows, and they know about my OnlyFans, and my dad is the most opposed to it. I think he's
I'm
just
sure.
very like conservative and prudish, and I'm his little girl, and
Yeah.
like
He's your
He
dad.
doesn't like
He's
it,
"Dude,
yeah.
my daughter does OnlyFans. God
Right,
damn it."
yeah. So I think he has a problem with all of it. You know, my mom recently saw a picture of me with like 2 girlfriends, and she's like, "Where did you meet these girls?" And I'm like, "The lifestyle." And she's like, "What does that mean?" And I like told her, and she's like, "Okay." Like, you know, very sweet and trying to like be accepting and yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Right on.
it's sweet,
Right on.
So now
Yep.
you found a community and
Yeah.
one that you were able to transition to and save yourself after losing your job.
Right.
So how does your OnlyFans work? Do you have a lot of private subscribers that ask for personal videos and things like that, or do you mostly just do like your monthly?
So I have 2. I have like a VIP page, which is how I make the majority of my income. And then I have like the standard page. And the way it works is like if somebody goes, let's say they're following me on Instagram, they go to my website, they can go straight to the VIP page. For whatever reason, most don't, because they can save $2 on the standard page. So they go to the standard page, and that page is $5 a month, $3 for like new fans, but then everything is extra. So like, sure, they get like some pictures on the wall, but then any of the videos
Are they
are
fully
extra.
nude pictures?
Some of them are fully nude pictures. Yeah. So, I mean, they get a little bit for $5 a month, but not none of the videos. And so then from there, a lot of them will go over to the VIP page, which is $20 a month. But it includes all the videos. And so like I post an explicit video, like a full length explicit video every day.
Damn.
So for
Nice.
$20, it's like obviously the way to go rather than paying like $10 per video.
Every day, 7 days a week.
Right. And
Wow.
I don't film them every day.
Mhm.
Yeah, so the videos stay live for 30 days on my page, and then they expire. And so I'll rotate the videos, and I post new content every week, but throughout the week, like the other days will be like throwback videos
yeah.
and
Nice.
yeah.
God, you got a
Okay.
really good business model going.
It works well. So initially I didn't have that. I didn't have the videos expiring.
Mm-hmm.
And I found that like guys would unsubscribe, and then like 6 months later they'd come back and just see everything they'd missed over that time, which is smart for them. But I realized that it was kind of like
skewed
a
you.
flaw in my business model. So I changed it so that all the videos expire. That way, even if it's a throwback video, if the person's only been subscribed for 2 months, they have no idea. Well, they know now because I got my boobs done, but they haven't seen it before anyways. Like
When did you get your boobs done?
February.
Did
Oh,
you?
wow.
They look amazing.
Oh.
They're so fun. Did they
Perfect.
pop
Love
out?
it.
Just perfect timing.
Perfect timing. Perfect timing.
Close. Yes, I can't lift my arm.
That's so funny. My wife does do the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Pop
not
out all
it's
over
not
the
a Saturday night unless my wife's tit pops out.
That's a joke in our whole. We have a little crew, and that's what they all say. Oh, it's Saturday night. Justina's tits popped out. So, did you do that to help with your OnlyFans, or just because that's something that you wanted to do?
I mean, I had always kind of like wanted to do it. I had like no boobs, and then breastfeeding 3 kids for like years and years. Like the little tiny bit that was there got like totally taken. Yeah, it was super sad. And then it was just kind of the perfect timing. I hurt my knee last September, and so I had surgery on my knee in November. So I was out of soccer, which I play soccer. I was out until May anyways, and I had the money saved. Like, so for the first time ever, I'm like, okay, I'm not playing soccer. I have the money. Like, might as well just do it.
Nice.
Yeah.
They look good.
Thank you. I like them. I'm a fan.
Right on.
So, do you think OnlyFans will continue to be your career?
You know, I think it probably will. Like like I said, like, years ago, I was also in sex work for 3 years, like 18 to 21. I did sex work, and got out of it. And then when I started OnlyFans, it was just kind of like a placeholder until I could start nannying again and like finish my degree. And then in the past, like maybe 6 months, I've just kind of like shifted gears, and I really enjoy sex work. It pays my bills. There's no reason that I cannot retire doing this.
Love it.
You know,
Love
We're a
so
huge proponent of it
Yes.
here. It
Yeah.
should be legal.
Thank you.
Right.
It should
we
be legal.
Should stop
It
fighting.
should be legal.
Sex,
Thank you.
Sex and drugs.
Thank
you.
We should stop.
Thank you.
yes.
It's ridiculous.
So, right now, you said you freaked out about a month ago when
Mhm.
OnlyFans had their hiccup,
Yeah.
and you have 2 other sites that you.
Yeah,
joined?
so I had before OnlyFans' like little 5-day ban on explicit content. I was already on ManyVids, which is more of a clip site, and
Mhm.
so people will buy like the videos, but they don't subscribe. And now ManyVids has added like a subscription feature, which is cool.
Oh, nice.
But they're still working out some of the kinks. And then Fansly was created. I guess Fansly was around maybe a bit before, but essentially when OnlyFans Drama happened, all of like the OnlyFans creators, we all use Telegram to network with each other. And so there were like Zoom calls set up. And so I was on Zoom calls for like hours, and we're all like trying to figure out like what platform do we move to.
Oh, shit.
And so anyways, the decision was made that we'd all move to Fansly. So
That's amazing.
we all like set up Fanslys, and so I have it.
That's
It's all right.
That's amazing. Because it's like so
Yeah.
organized.
Yeah.
Right.
It's so organized. I
Yeah.
love it. You're like, oh
Well-
my God, where do we go?
Right.
Oh, well, where do you go?
Well,
Where
and
do you
that's
go?
we
Where do
all
you go?
wanted to go as a unit because we're
Yes.
like, you know, if some of us go here
Genius.
and some of us go there, then you know some of the fans go there and some go there. We needed to all move together so that all of the fans would move with us.
You guys are
and
genius.
it's crazy when they said that they weren't going to do that type of content.
Right.
'cause
Right.
What else does OnlyFans do?
Yeah.
Right?
I'm
Thank
like,
you.
Exercise videos
Right?
apparently. Like,
I'm not going on OnlyFans for exercise
No.
videos. I might
Yeah.
be going on OnlyFans for sexercise videos.
yes.
Hey, there you go.
Nude yoga.
Right.
Yep. Yeah.
So, with the model set up right now, does OnlyFans take a big chunk of your profits?
They take 20%, which is like pretty standard
Okay.
in
Okay.
the industry. Yeah, it's not
But it still
yeah.
is an easy platform for you to use, for you to upload to and find
OnlyFans
subscribers.
is like the perfect platform in a lot of ways. The problems are that like they just don't value sex workers at all. So like morally there's a huge issue with it. But then beyond that they are like incredibly glitchy. So there are always
Oh.
like issues. You know, so for example, like when I send out a mass message, it'll send to 10,000 people, but then it'll take like 2 hours before it actually sends. Well, if I'm trying to sext with people, like that
Oh,
doesn't
come
really
on,
work.
right?
Yeah. And on top of that too, like there's just issues with fans not seeing the messages. So like again, it'll send to like
wow.
10,000, but then, you know, maybe 300 will see the message.
Oh, wow.
And
That's
so
only a small chunk.
right, yeah.
Wow,
Which
okay.
is why when that started happening, when the views like plummeted, it happened like across the board.
Mhm.
And I think that's why my income was kind of okay because my VIP page doesn't rely on pay-per-view messages. Like it's
Got it.
all of that income is subscriptions.
Mhm.
And so everybody else started freaking out because pay-per-views weren't getting opened. And my VIP page was all right.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
So we've heard that the market is just really saturated.
Mhm.
Do you think that people have a hard time finding you or finding your content because it's so
Oh,
saturated?
yeah, new
on
people.
there?
Yeah, new people.
I think the market is super saturated, and I think the problem, and I've seen this because girls will reach out to me and be like, "I want to start an OnlyFans." I'm like, "Fantastic!" Like, and I'll walk them through how to do it, and then they're not successful. And it's not like that they're not cute. It's not that they don't have good content. It's that they don't realize like the time commitment that it takes to get set up. It
Yes.
also I mean, it's a lot of work, and like it's a lot less work for me now. But initially it was super time consuming, like literally all day while my kids were at school. Then I'd put them to bed and I'd get right back on my computer. Like I was working crazy hours trying to build it.
Because it's your business.
Right.
It's your brand.
And a lot
That's
of
what
people
you're-
don't think it's
they
going to
don't-
be a business.
They
like,
think it's just gonna like they're just
Right, they're
sailing
gonna
right into it,
upload
and they're
a
just like,
photo and
bam! I
have
got
fans.
$10,000.
Right.
No, you got to put
Yeah.
in the fucking work.
Yeah, and it is. And so it's a lot of work. And especially like in my case, I started, you know, because of my kids, I didn't want to do it with like my real social medias. So I had to start all new social media accounts, like 0 following.
Mhm.
And so, yeah, so it took a while to build it. And I think people getting into it now totally can be successful. They just have to understand that, like, it takes time. They have to learn how to do the Telegram groups. So, for example, like, my nanny and I, like, 2 months ago, 3 months ago, she told me she wanted to start an OnlyFans page with her twin sister. And I was like, sure, I'm happy to help you guys. This is a fucking true story.
What?
Okay, I know
Okay.
nobody believes this is true. I was like, I'm happy to help you guys. And she's like, no, like, we want you on the page with us. And so I was like, okay. And she's like, but the problem is, like, we're virgins. Oh my God.
Would you shut the fuck up right now?
Dude,
oh my God.
yeah, I know. So they're like 19-year-old virgin twins. Like, yes. And I was like, I mean, I think that's like super marketable, you know, but same thing. They obviously wanted to protect their identity. So we set up like new social media accounts. And we did have like my following. So like that obviously helped. But within our first month, we were already like in the top 3%
Yeah, no
because
shit.
we had the tools to use. And like, you know, so I do think like a new account has the potential to be successful if they'll like listen to some coaching or, you know, pay for promo, whatever it might be.
I think content is key. Our producer complains frequently that OnlyFans has the shittiest content out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, you are. And it's
That's
okay.
probably true.
It's okay.
I feel like the better my content gets, I feel better about it, but the majority of the fans, I think, like the more amateur feel.
Stop
Really?
it. Really?
So they like
How
it
come?
to not feel staged.
Yeah. All the stuff that I do, like, you know, like the group lesbian stuff that we do, like we have fantastic lights. We do multiple angles. We'll have somebody else filming it. Like, it's really good. And those aren't as popular as like, look at this car sex video I made. It's in the dark, so like you can't really see anything, but you can hear it.
And you
They
got like the
fucking love
outline of
that
everybody.
shit, like-
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Blew my mind.
Mhm.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, because they think that's real.
Yeah, and it is.
Because
It's
they
I mean,
did,
but
she
it
didn't
is.
take
Yeah.
the time to set up
Set up
lights.
the
it's
lights
not
and all that.
staged.
And it's not
yeah.
staged. It's
Mhm.
not. So this is real.
Yeah.
Like,
the
I want to
lesbian
see
shit
the
is
real
still
shit.
fucking.
Mhm.
It's still real.
And the lesbian stuff is real, but it's clear that it was planned. There was
Right.
thought put into it. Whereas like a lot of my OnlyFans videos are really like, you know, I'm having sex. Like, so I went to Trax, I don't know, 2 months ago or something for drag queen night.
I love
And
it.
some girl there got me like all turned on and was like finger banging me in the bathroom. But
Okay.
I didn't come, so then I'm all horny walking back to this
better do
guy's
the job,
place.
right?
Right. So I'm all horny, and I was like with 2 of my guy friends from the lifestyle. And so we end up like having a threesome, and partway through it, one of them was like, we should film this for your OnlyFans. And I was like, yes. And so same thing, like that is like really terrible lighting. I didn't have like a phone stand. I didn't have anything. So we just like propped the phone. Like,
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Just like up out
right,
of nowhere.
up.
Just
We're at
really
this
quick
dude's
stuff.
apartment. I'm like,
Right.
Wow.
you know, we're in the middle
okay.
of having sex, and like we don't want to stop too long, so we're like propping the phone, but like the lighting's awful, the angle's not good, none of it.
And it's like,
But it's like totally authentic, and that's
I
what they
love it.
like. Yeah, like they want to
Love
see
it.
like what I do in my real life, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
This is what the fuck I do
I
in
know.
real life.
Like, here's another new partner, and another new partner, and another new partner.
They don't want to pretend slut, babe.
Yeah.
They want the real.
the real
Right.
shit. I
Yeah.
know. Uh-huh.
Exactly. Too good. Yeah.
Artsy and like crafted, and hey, we got a script for that shit. Did it all. They're like, he's really delivering a fucking pizza. What's going on?
So what could make OnlyFans better for you?
Good question.
I think like a sense of security that like they weren't going to just like kick us all to the curb at any moment. So tomorrow, MasterCard's new payment processing rules go into effect. And
Oh,
so I am
yeah.
still like,
You're still up in
is
the air.
tomorrow
Oh,
like
yeah.
the last day on OnlyFans? I don't know.
Oh my God,
Um,
I read that. We're in
mhm.
the stock market stuff like
Yeah.
that, and so I fucking read that
Right.
last week, and I was like, oh my God, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
So your biggest issue right now is that because of the type of content that OnlyFans provides, the credit card processing companies do not want to do business with them.
No,
Right.
they don't.
And so what would help is if OnlyFans started accepting cryptocurrencies.
There you go. Right. Yeah. That's the thing is if OnlyFans truly valued sex workers, they would do what a lot of the other platforms have done, which is like, look, no matter what happens with the credit card companies, you guys will be fine here. Like, there's always going to be a way to get paid for this. It's not illegal.
Right.
And
I don't get it because OnlyFans was built off this platform.
Right.
How are they not supporting you guys?
Yeah.
I wouldn't be. They have to be behind you guys 100%.
Right.
you
So
know?
that's like the biggest issue with OnlyFans. I mean, the other thing is like their support. If you email OnlyFans support, it's going to be like 2-3 days before you get a reply. The glitches, like they just need better servers, technical support. But overall, it's a really great platform, and that's why I'm like, I don't want to leave. All the fans are here, first of all, and it's just so easy, like in most ways.
Right.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you think that this content will evolve for you in any way? Like, or do you think that your page will be able to run the way that it's running 10 years from now?
So I think kind of like my formula, like the VIP versus standard, will probably stay pretty much the same. For the most part, you know, like kind of having like a higher priced buy-in for people who don't want to see ads of other creators, people who don't want to do pay-per-view. Like I think that that's a good model. As far as the type of content, you know, there are things that like going through this where like feet videos, super popular. People really like feet. Like it's not my thing. And like I've made some foot job videos, like, you know, on toys, and I even did one like on real life and got cum all over my toes, and like the cum shot itself was kind of hot. But like sitting there, like it killed my thighs doing this foot job thing. It was so difficult. I don't know if you've ever given a foot job. It was my first and
no
only
for me.
Oh, well, we're trying tonight.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like it's not my thing, and so I would like kind of try these things or you know, whatever, and would do them. The like SPH is the other. Are you familiar with SPH? Small penis humiliation.
Okay.
Oh my God.
So,
yeah, I read about that on Reddit.
Mhm.
Oh my God.
I do know about the humiliation. I didn't know the acronym for it.
Okay, yeah. So a lot of guys want me to film like, you know, custom videos, which I really enjoy doing custom videos. But like the SPH thing, you know, they'll want me to film like a 10-minute video talking about like how fucking pathetic they are, how fat they are, how shrimpy and tiny their penis is. It's really just like an engorged clit. Like, you know, I mean,
Oh my
fucking
God.
as mean as I can be for
For
like
10
10
minutes?
fucking minutes. And I'm like just such a nice person.
I was gonna say that goes against like who you are, right?
It's terrible. I'm like bubbly and upbeat, and like I don't want to tell these people that like their penises are
Right.
terrible. I feel bad. I know that's what they want, but like I feel bad.
Oh my God.
So yeah, so I've like, you know, as we've gone on, I'm like, okay, I'm not doing that, and kind of like narrowed so that I'm really only filming stuff that I enjoy filming a lot.
So we have Dr. Rhoda come on the show all the time.
Thinking the same thing.
And
How she funnels it.
Yeah,
Yes.
she's a therapist,
Mhm.
and just like a sex worker really
Yeah.
is also a therapist on some level.
Mhm.
And she says that's one of her hardest things too. Is she's there to let people know that just because you have these kinks, you're not a bad person, or you know, it's
Yeah.
not wrong of you to have these kinks.
And it's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah.
But she struggles with the guys that like humiliation.
Yeah.
And like, you know, their spouses to just treat him terribly and say terrible things to him and do terrible things to him.
Yeah.
She struggles with making them feel like that's okay.
Yeah.
And so it's funny because
Yeah, same.
sex workers are therapists, and
Oh,
we
fuck
need some
yeah.
more fucking therapists
Right.
in this world
Fuck
right now.
Yeah. Sign me up.
Yeah.
Well, we can't thank you enough for coming on the show.
Yes.
So very much.
Thank you guys for having me. It was fun.
Again, shoot out your OnlyFans.
please.
Tell
Oh.
people where they can find you.
You can find it onlyfans.com/Ella Barnett, or on Instagram, Ella Barnett. So
Spell it out.
Yeah.
Is it 2 R's?
ELLABARNETT.
Oh, 2 T's.
2 T's.
Yep.
Yes.
1 R, 2 T's.
Titties.
Titties. Yes.
Well, Ella,
Yeah.
we can't thank you again for coming on the show.
Thank
pleasure meeting you.
Same. It was so fun.
Hey, I love your story.
Yes.
Love your story.
thanks.
Love your outfit
Absolutely
even more.
fun.
You're popping out.
Perfect timing.
Oh my gosh, I almost rescued it again, I think.
All right, Ishes. Thanks again for joining us. Thanks for supporting us for season 3. I'm so
know.
excited about the different things that we're going to have out this season. We're going to have a lot more videos of just one-on-one with me and Kenji. So check us out. Make sure that you download and subscribe. Go on YouTube, hit the bell, so whenever we post a new episode, you can be notified. Also, check us out on Spotify.
Uh-huh.
Thanks, guys.